Every day we are doing life, but who knew doing life could be this funny? It's Doing Life with Maria and Chad, our podcast.
Thank you so much for watching and listening today. A lot of people messaging us, Maria, about the mystery that is the postcards I've been receiving in the mail, the secret admirer that I have.
Do you have more postcards to share?
I will tell you an update, what I can tell you. I have a definite update for you on who it could be coming up on today's podcast.
Cannot wait.
You are a liar. You are a fake.
Maria and Chad present.
Is this for real? Do you ever fake it?
Get the fake out.
That was a fake.
I think I'm for real.
Maria, are you ready to get the fake out?
Yes, I'm ready.
You are in a singy mood today now, aren't you?
Oh, a little bit. I'm in a good mood.
That's a good thing. We have some headlines here that I found. Well, 3 of them, which are real headlines, and then one that I made up. So okay. Your job is to find the fake headline, and that's why we call it Get the Fake Out. Here we go.
And I'm so good at this, too.
Today is the day. Number 1. Garbage woman fired from job for sniffing men's thrown out underwear.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Number 2. Police catch a tall leprechaun breaking into cars.
Okay.
All right. A brand is selling a $700 digital shirt, and you don't actually get the shirt. They just Photoshop it on you.
And you know somebody would pay for that.
$700. And finally, turkey dinner flavored candy corn is here just in time for the holidays. Those are your 4 headlines. Take your time, figure out which one you think is fake. If you're listening in your car on the podcast or watching on YouTube, you can figure out which one is fake as well.
Okay, first of all, I know that the turkey dinner candy corn is real because I actually looked for it in a store and they don't have it at Fry's. So I know that one is real.
All right.
The tall leprechaun, I think that is a trick question. And it was somebody dressed as a leprechaun breaking into cars. I think you're trying to throw me off on that one.
Okay, so you think that's the fake one?
No, I think that's true.
Okay.
Okay, so the lady busted for sniffing men's underwear. You know what? I think somebody would try to come up with a $700 shirt. I'm going to say that the garbage lady sniffing men's underwear is the fake story because you actually don't get out of the truck really when you're a garbage person. The machine does it. So am I thinking way too much about this?
No, you did a great job. That's how you win this, is you talk it out. And today is the very first day of Doing Life with Maria and Chad's podcast that you got it right.
Woo! Yes! My God!
That's the fake headline. Yeah, there is no garbage woman sniffing. Who's going to sniff men's thrown out underwear? I mean, to be really weird.
Well, let me just say, though, that was kind of a good fake question because don't women in prison sell their used underwear online to creepy men?
Yeah, but I think that the difference is, I think it doesn't go 2 ways. I don't think men or women want dirty men's underwear, right?
But men want dirty women's underwear.
Not me, but there are men that. Yes, I don't want dirty anything. But I don't think. I don't think that. I don't think it works the other way around. I don't think women want to smell. Do you want to smell your husband's dirty underwear?
Oh God, no. I'd rather smell my own.
Yeah. All right.
Well, no, if I had to, you know what I mean? If I had to, or somebody would die, I'd rather do mine than his. Does that make sense?
Thank you for explaining. Let me go through these headlines. Police did catch a tall leprechaun breaking into cars. This happened in a small town in New York. The description of him from witnesses included orange hair, a green shirt, and plaid pants. So everybody was calling him the leprechaun, although he was 6 foot tall, so he was very tall. And he's been arrested and charged with attempted petite larceny, which I thought was funny. Petite, being a tall man. Another true story, the $700 digital shirt. You don't actually get it. They Photoshop it. A clothing brand is selling something called contactless fashion, which are virtual clothes. They just Photoshop onto you. Now, a lot of their clothes are not $700. They're between $30 and $100, but they've been getting a lot of attention for this $700 virtual shirt. If you are rich or bored, you can check it out. Go to tribute-brand.com, not tribute band, tribute-brand.com. You can buy that shirt and Photoshop it on you. And then, yes, you were looking for the turkey-flavored candy corn, dinner-flavored candy corn?
Yeah, Dan, I looked at fries, and I think that's something like Walmart would have. So maybe I'll have to head over to Walmart and look for it there. But of course I want to try that. A, it's candy, and B, it's weird. So yeah, I want to try it.
Yeah, I guess for Thanksgiving. I remember one year, I think maybe you tried it too, that Jones soda, where you can get the soda that tasted like mashed potatoes and turkey. And yeah, that kind of makes me not want to try this candy corn, because I thought that stuff was kind of gross.
Well, it was gross, but I think there's a difference between drinking 12 ounces of soda that tastes like that and then just popping a few chicken or turkey nuggets in your mouth or something. I don't know. I just think it'd be different.
So I got to ask you, Maria, I know you've had a lot of time in front of the TV, with quarantine. That sounded judgy. I know you've been watching a lot of TV. What are you watching?
Okay, Mr. Judgy McJudge Pants.
No, it sounded that way. I was trying to say, okay, I give up. What are you watching on TV?
Okay, so there's a couple of things. This is kind of funny. My husband and I, yesterday or the day before, we finally finished watching all the Harry Potter movies, like every single one in order. Now we had, we have 3 on DVD, and we haven't watched a DVD in a year at least. Mm-hmm. So we watched the first 3 on DVD, and then we had to rent the other. Do you know how many Harry Potter movies there are?
I've only seen one. Are they 5?
There are 8.
8 of them? Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we didn't either. We thought maybe there was 5 as well, but no, there's 8. So let me see. So we watched the other 5 at $4 a piece because we had to rent them. So that was our big thing. We did that. My husband got angry with me because at one point we had started the Umbrella Academy. Did you ever watch any of those?
No, but I've heard it's huge Netflix thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So we had watched the first season, and I think we went into the second season. We hadn't watched it in a while. And then I kind of picked it up again, and my husband walks in. He goes, he was really angry. He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "What do you mean, what am I doing?" He goes, "We're supposed to be watching that together." And he literally got angry. Like, he wasn't fake angry. He was kind of pissy. So we're sitting on the couch. I go, "Fine." I go, "I'm only, 10 minutes into it. I'll rewind it." And we're sitting on the couch, and he's like stewing. I'm like, "Are you even watching the movie? Or are you still pissed that I started 10 minutes ago without you?" And he goes, "Well, can I be both?" And I'm like, "Whatever. Okay." So he got pissy about that. And then when you think, this is good. When you think of Rob Schneider, what do you think of?
I think that Adam Sandler has given him a career. He keeps putting him in movies and he's basically gotten his work with Netflix because of his relationship with Adam Sandler, who is like the biggest thing on Netflix. So
we watched a stand-up comedy show special with Rob Schneider. Uh-huh. It was actually really, really, really good. Like, he is a much better stand-up comedian than he is an actor.
See, he had a sitcom like Being Rob or something with him and his wife that I watched on Netflix. And Stephanie, my wife, just wouldn't watch it. She thought it was so stupid. I have kind of polarized views of him. I've seen stuff that I thought was really funny that he's done, and I've seen some stuff that was a real stretch. But I saw that this stand-up comedy thing premiered on Netflix. You'd recommend it? You said we should check it out?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. Do not watch it with your daughter, Georgia. Let me just say that. There's a lot of penis humor and I don't know. It was just so funny. And then I don't want to ruin it for you if you're going to watch it, but at the very end, he brings out his daughter, who is Elle King. She's a singer. And I don't I don't think I knew they were related. But she did what? X's and O's was her big song.
That was the big one. And if I remember, it's his ex-wife that he had her with, right?
Oh, yeah. He's on like wife number 3 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. He's got a really young wife. I remember he did the sitcom. Yeah. X's and O's was a big one. She did a song with Dierks Bentley at one point. And then America's Sweetheart, if you're looking to check out her music. I really like that song.
But what was cool, wait. At the end of the special, he brings her on stage and they sing together. And it was actually really good and endearing. And the love that they have for each other, like, father and daughter, it just comes through. And it was so good. Oh my gosh.
That is good, because I remember reading that was his daughter, but I never really heard him talk about her or anything. So I will watch that for that, because I want to see, those two together. One thing that I can throw into what you need to watch if you have Netflix or whatever, you'd have to have HBO for this. And they just launched the HBO Max app, which is like everybody's got their own app now, and they're trying to get you to buy their streaming service. Right. If you have HBO, you get this app, and it's included in your subscription right now. So there's a movie that premiered, and I thought it was going to be force my wife and daughter to watch it with me. It's called An American Pickle. Have you heard of this yet?
No, like a pickle, like you eat a pickle, like a cucumber?
Yeah, so it's on HBO Max. It's called An American Pickle, and it stars Seth Rogen, and Seth plays 2 roles. He plays this grandfather, Herschel, and then the great-grandson, Ben. But the story is, I don't want to ruin any of it, but I'll tell you the premise. So Herschel works at a pickle factory. and Seth Rogen is like a big weed smoker, so you can tell that he probably came up with this when he was out of his mind.
Right.
So Herschel falls in a pickle barrel, then gets sealed in there for 100 years. And because he's pickled, he's in this pickle thing, and he comes out after 100 years, and it preserves him perfectly, and that's how he meets his great-grandson.
Oh, my God.
And hilarity ensues. I thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty good.
It actually sounds... I would watch it. It actually sounds good. I don't have HBO, so I'm going to have to wait. But it actually sounds kind of good. And, the other one that you suggested, Killing Eve... Eric and I started watching that one too. My husband, #CuteHusband. He and I started watching that one last night. 3 episodes in already. It was good.
I've been getting messages from YouTube viewers that watch our podcast on the Doing Life with Maria and Chad page on YouTube. A lot of people have taken that recommendation, and they're enjoying that show. I think it's one of those ones that kind of flew under the radar and people didn't know about it. But the Villa Noel or whatever, the main chick is awesome. Like the assassin.
Well, I gotta. This is so me though. So you had suggested Killing Eve, and I wrote it down. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. But then when our YouTube viewers were like, "Oh yeah, it's really good," I started watching it too. I'm like, "Oh, maybe I'll start watching it."
Well, don't watch American Pickle, because we need somebody else to recommend it then for Maria to watch it. I thought it was good. I think it just premiered last weekend, so people are probably still trying to learn about it. But I saw you posted on the Maria and Chad Instagram this morning, the storm hit your house last night.
We have been praying for rain. I mean, all our plants are miserable. They're dried up. We've lost quite a few because it's been, record days in a row of 110 plus degree temperatures. And my husband is a weather geek. And so he has, probably 6 different weather apps on his phone, and he brings up my radar and he's like, "Ooh, the storm's coming." And I'm like, "Well, do you want to grab some wine and sit on the patio?" "No, it's too hot. We'll wait till it rains." I mean, it was like this whole thing. This was last night. So this whole thing. So all of a sudden we hear raindrops on the roof, and he literally gets excited. And I'm like, "All right, let's go outside." So he takes his wine, he goes outside, comes back in. 30 seconds later, he goes, "The wind's coming in all directions. I'm getting hit by rain and I'm under the patio covering." It was like this. I should have filmed him. So long story short, A, we did not have wine on the patio, and B, the wind did kick up. And when his grandmother passed away, we planted a tree in her honor. Huge branch just crashed off the tree. I mean, I felt bad for the tree, but I felt bad for Eric because that's grandma's tree. So
Grandma lost an arm.
Grandma lost an arm, and then we had some other things hanging in the tree that kind of broke, and I don't know.
Yeah.
His job today this weekend is to clean up Grandma's tree. Big old branch,
I will send you, there's a YouTube channel that I follow, and as you're telling the story about Eric, this guy in Nova Scotia will make weather forecasts. He's like obsessed with the weather. And I could see Eric having his own YouTube channel. He's all excited. Because nothing ever happens here. We haven't had rain or storms until this week, all summer long. It's like, it's hot again today. But yeah, maybe
God.
Eric should consider that.
and he is so dry. Like I don't want to say he doesn't have a personality because he does, but he is really vanilla and really monotone, and I think he prides himself on not showing emotion. So to have him do the non-emotion or emotional weather forecast, oh my God, it's raining! Get the wine!
That and his chef videos are both awesome. We do need to mention, usually these days are your thing, but we had a special day this week, National Radio Day passed.
Yes.
And we have a ton of photos of broadcasts that you and I have done together in other countries and tropical places that were posted. Thanks to Sandy digging those up. And they're on our Instagram at Maria and Chad. But I don't think you've ever had a chance to hear this. I was trying to figure out the timing. It's been over 25 years ago. I was digging through files on my computer and I found some audio of me in college.
Oh my God, this is going to be great.
I don't want to force this on you. Do you want to hear it?
Oh, God, yes.
All right. So this is at a radio station called WONC, and it was at my college.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of stuff, but see if you can hear this here.
The Clash on Pure Rock FM 89. I'm Chad Mitchell, and I have a couple of tickets here for you to go see the hit movie Twister, courtesy of WONC. If you know the answer to the TV teaser, that's coming up. Stick around for that. Now, Temple of the Pooch. This is WONC Naperville, Chicago, your home for Pure Rock, and I'm Chad Mitchell. If you have a request, give me a call, 637-8989.
Who is Chad Mitchell? Who talks like that?
In the news, the guilty verdicts are in the Whitewater case. Unfortunately, they probably won't affect President Clinton due to the fact that they could never find 12 non-inhaling, French fry-eating, draft-dodging, sex-crazed presidents to form a jury of his peers.
No credit, no problem. Chad Mitchell
I'm so happy I could poop.
on WONC.
Yeah, it goes on and on. But yeah, I just thought, that's always once a year we get a chance. Thank you. We get a chance to reminisce of, the years. I think the first time I was ever on the radio was 1990.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's 30 years.
Well,
30 years.
I wish I would have brought up some of my old stuff.
Well, next podcast.
Well, mine
Next
are on
podcast.
cassette, so I'm not exactly sure how to do
Yeah.
that. I don't even have a cassette
Okay.
player anymore, so I don't know.
I had a bunch of, because in that time I had a bunch of cassettes, like all those shows that I did in college. And when we moved, I just threw all that stuff in the in the barrel because I don't even have a cassette player. You know what I mean? So like I was hauling this stuff around and got rid of it. But I saved a few files, and I've got, I've played for you before when I woke up Harry Carey, the late great Harry Carey from the Cubs, and interview with Oprah Winfrey and all this stuff. So I've got a few files of stuff from the past, but I just thought you would enjoy that. We did tease this at the start of the podcast. I have an update for you on The Secret Admirer.
Yes. Did you get any more letters?
I checked the mail yesterday because it hasn't come yet today, and I have not received any more letters. But I have an update for you. I want to show, if you're watching the podcast and you haven't seen any of this, this is one of them. There's a little ellipse there on the video if you're watching on YouTube. And another one there. Yeah, XO. So I'm getting these random postcards
Right.
in the mail. One is saying, sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time. It's a strange sensation. Hold me. I don't know what's going on with these darn postcards.
With
But
real
a lot
lip
of people
prints. Real lipstick prints.
Real lip prints, and it looks like one is mouth open, like a French kiss.
Oh.
And the other one is more closed, different color lipstick. And my wife wanted me to mention there was 3 postcards. I threw the first one away because I didn't realize there was going to be a series of them. So my update is this. There is a lot of listeners of our podcast that have theories. So far, they've actually done research. The name on this is Dan Golden. I guess he's a California artist.
Okay.
Is what they found when they Googled him. So these may have been purchased in California, or they could have been purchased off of their website, knockknockstuff.com. But the biggest update that I can tell you, you promised me on the last podcast that this was not you sending these to me.
Yes, it is not me.
Now, I've interrogated both my wife and my daughter.
Under a bright light?
And unless they're lying, Tony the Tiger interview. Unless they're still lying to me, they promised me it's not either of them.
Really?
So I'm lost. I have no idea who's doing this.
Huh.
It's weird, right?
Wow. I'm kind of freaking out now because I thought for sure you were, I thought it was them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the update. There is no update. I don't know.
Okay. So here's my next theory.
Yep.
My theory is that somebody else is doing this, but they sent it to the wrong Chad Mitchell.
Ooh, but they have my address. Which,
no, I know. You just moved, right?
Yeah, we just moved. So nobody, I mean, that's why I narrowed down to you, because you know my address. My wife and daughter know my address. Like my mom, she's not going to do it. Like very few people know my new address. That's the tough thing.
Okay. Have you, I wonder if it's Kirk.
They have our address.
Yeah.
Should I hold up my lips to Kirk next time I see him?
Yes.
He's got kind of small lips.
Okay, so it could be Kirk or Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I
like that theory.
And like,
I'll have to ask them.
And I don't think it's Crystal. I think it's Kirk giving you a hard time.
All right. I will, for the next podcast, I will get some answers from them and see if I can, although I don't think he would admit it if it was him, but we'll figure out. And if it's you and you're doing this just to enjoy the podcast, thank you for the mystery. I don't know what the heck's going on. Before we wrap up today,
intrigued. Oh my God. Okay.
It's weird. I was convinced it was my wife or my daughter. And they say
me
it's
too.
Not, so.
Me too.
The final question for today, Maria.
Okay.
This is a question that you can answer if you're listening to the podcast on our Facebook page, on Instagram. If someone offered you $1,000, you want $1,000, right?
Of course. Okay, $1,000.
But in order to collect it, you would have to light a butterfly on fire. Would you do it for $1,000?
Hell yeah. And I am an animal lover.
I know. And it's kind of an insect lover. I mean, yeah, okay. So you do it for $1,000?
Oh, God, yeah. And right. I'll do it for $500 if it's a moth. I hate those things. Those are ugly.
They've been getting in our house. So rush to our Facebook page, go to @MariaandChad and tell us if you would take that $1,000 or if you would save that little butterfly and not light it on fire. There's a lot of places
you would light the wait. You would light
what?
The butterfly on fire, right?
Oh yeah, before you even got the word butterfly out of your mouth, give me the $1,000, no question.
Would you light your butt on fire? Yes, I would.
Anything, just I need $1,000. We are online on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to us there. Spotify. What are some of the other places, Maria?
We are on Podbean. That's where we originate our podcast. The Google podcast. I didn't write all these down.
That's okay. Stitcher, TuneIn, Pandora, and of course YouTube. Now the key with all these.
Did you mention iHeart?
iHeartRadio app. Yep. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and then that way you'll find out when there's a new episode. And don't forget to answer our final question. So, I wonder if there'll be any butterfly lovers. You think people will save the butterfly for $1,000?
No.
I doubt it. You know, if it was a dog, yes. You know, light a dog on fire, no. You know, if it's something that people really are in love with, butterflies, I think people are like, I'd rather have the $1,000.
Well, it's got to have a personality. Dog has a personality. Cat has a personality. I'm not going to kill anything like that. Bugs, don't have personalities.
Thanks again for listening to Doing Life with Maria and Chad. Follow us on Instagram at Maria and Chad. You can now listen to every episode on the iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Pandora, and of course, you can watch on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode.